Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 17 of the F1 2019 Charles Leclerc Ferrari Road to Glory Career Mode, where today we're here at the Japanese Grand Prix. Obviously a venue steeped with Formula 1 history, obviously the iconic battles between the Mclarens back in the late 80s and early 90s, and obviously even further in the past and even closer to the present. Obviously another memory that sticks out would be Kimi Räikkönen back in 2005, obviously an iconic overtake to win that Grand Prix. And obviously, safe to say this season, it's certainly shaping up like we could see another iconic race here at the Japanese Grand Prix. Obviously, 10 points separate myself and Sebastian Vettel with just 5 rounds to go of the 2019 Formula 1 World Championship. And it's been a titanic battle all season long, with obviously only 5 rounds to go. Almost feels quite sad that we're coming to the end of the season, but I'll tell you guys now, I've got so many more plans and series that will hopefully be votes going out for over the next couple of days for you guys to help me decide what we will be running for the next sort of this 2019 style season overall. Obviously, we start this weekend like we do every other in qualifying, obviously here today. Looking forward to this one. We will obviously get the qualifying comparison like we always do as well. Obviously, Japan with the new remodel on, I think it was F1 2017. I'm really now quite a big fan of this track in quite a lot of ways. There are a couple of issues I've still got with it personally. A couple of the places, you know, just very, very strange to try and drive, but obviously the less said about that, the better as of right now. But yeah, really looking forward to this Grand Prix weekend, and obviously hopefully we can try and extend our, you know, our small margin at the top of the World Championship to Sebastian Vettel. You know, try to big it up just a little bit. Obviously, let's move on then into the qualifying comparison. Charles Leclerc's 2019 lap versus Lewis Hamilton's 2018 Formula 1 pole. I'm really looking forward to this one, so it's going to be exciting to see how we fare on this. Obviously, coming through turn 1 and turn 2, fairly even. Lewis has got a tiny bit of advantage as we come through the first couple of corners of this lap there. So overall, quite a good little start from the Mercedes man. Obviously, this was his 80th career Formula 1 pole. Obviously, I personally believe he will get very close to that 100 mark. Obviously, it does solely depend on when he retires. And obviously, as he comes in through sector 2 there, only have to change it down 1 gear. You can really, it feels so good when you get that corner right. You can see Lewis has now already got quite a big margin over myself as we come into the hairpin here. Obviously, Kamui Kawashi's favourite overtaking place in the world, though. We do get good drive off the exit there, and that is really ideal as we come down in towards sector 3 here, in towards Spoon Curve. Are we going to be able to gain any sort of time? That Hamilton does get a very good line through, but we take a nice bit of curb on the way through the entry there and on the exit there. Now you've got to try and use a bit of curb on the exit there, just maximise your run down the long back straight into 130. Are we go there, and Lewis Hamilton has still got quite a clear-cut advantage over myself as we come through the corner. Obviously easy flat in these 2018/19 spec cars here as we come in towards the final chicane. They actually take quite a nice bit of run there through the final chicane. They try to give ourselves the shortest run down towards the line, and it is sadly only going to be P4 at the end of qualifying now. A little bit frustrated with that one at the end of the day there. So yeah, hopefully in the race we can have a bit of a better job there. But yeah, I can't even remember the last time we got pole in this series. Qualifying is usually not my strong point on this series, I'll be completely honest. You know, usually it's the race where we seem to come good in this series. But obviously Sebastian Vettel on pole with the Mercedes in 2nd and 3rd there with myself in P4. Let's move on then into the Japanese Grand Prix. Here we are then, round 17 of the season here at the Japanese Grand Prix. The 3.6 mile circuit and the only figure of 8 track on the Formula 1 calendar. And obviously, hopefully, it can play host today to another incredible race in the F1 2019 season. Obviously, just 10 points the gap at the top of the standings. And obviously, we are looking to try and further extend that in today's Grand Prix, obviously. Ideally, you know, if we could build it back up to, you know, 17, maybe even 20 points, if we're lucky, we'll be really happy with that one. But Sebastian Vettel is in prime position to try and close down that gap just a little bit more here. You can see 18 corners make up the Suzuka circuit here today. I'm really excited for this one. As you can see, quite an interesting track, you know, especially as I said, after the new remodel, I'm a much more bigger fan of this circuit on the whole as well here. But let's have a look then through the qualifying order from yesterday's session. Obviously, you can see Sebastian Vettel is on pole ahead of Lewis Hamilton, the 9-time world champions on the front row of the grid there, with Bottas in P3 with Charles Leclerc down in P4 here. Gasly and Verstappen 5th and 6th there, with Perez and Lance Stroll 7th and 8th, and the Haas cars of Kevin Magnussen and Grosjean in 9th and 10th. The Renaults 11th and 12th, Kimi Räikkönen and Danny Kvyat, Alexander Albon, Lando Norris, Antonio Giovinazzi, George Russell, Robert Kubica and Carlos Sainz rounds out the order here today. So a lot of drivers, you know, in there next to their teammates on the grid here today, but obviously hopefully we can have a nice clean race out.
Hoped, but push hard in the race and hopefully with a bit of luck we can finish with a positive result.
So the team, yeah, not too happy with the end of qualifying there, but obviously hopefully all the points are awarded in the race here. The lights are now on for the Japanese Grand Prix. It is 5 lights and away we go there. Very, very quick getaway. Charlie Whiting clearly got better things to be doing with his Sunday afternoon there as we come in towards turn 1. You can see we got Verstappen and Gasly both trying to look around the outside and we slam the door shut. But look at that, Seb has been jumped by both of the Mercedes cars off the start there. He's going to go side by side with Bottas as we come into the S's there. But Hamilton has been able to get a fantastic start there up the inside through turn 1 there. And now he streaks away into the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix there. But that has worked out really, really well for myself there. Sebastian Vettel has not been able to get the start that he would have wanted. And now he has fallen back into my clutches here as we come down in through Sector 2 here. Through the Degners for the first time even, I should say, on lap 1 here. We are now all over the back of my teammates' gearbox here. You can see as we come down now down into the hairpin. Up the inside we go there. And that is us up into P3 of the Japanese Grand Prix there. A decisive move. Nice and early on in this race there, but not the ideal start for Sebastian Vettel there. P1 all the way down to P4 there. Hamilton, Bottas and myself, Charles Leclerc, all move up one place there and able to capitalise on Sebastian Vettel's start of this Grand Prix here. And safe to say, you know, in recent seasons, Japan has not been a good racetrack for Sebastian Vettel. Obviously, a spin in 2018 and a retirement in 2017 there clearly has been a very, very decisive track for Sebastian Vettel in the past here. But take me all the way up until lap 3 to really be able to try and mount the pressure to Valtteri Bottas here as we come down in towards 130 other. We're going to have a look up the inside there. Side by side we go. And we do make the move work there, right around the outside. But he's going to keep the nose up the inside, in through the final couple of corners there. We break just a little bit too late there, get all over the AstroTurf there. Bottas, right around the outside we go there. We run a little bit wide, out to the final corner there. Spin into Sebastian Vettel there. Completely accidentally blocked Max Verstappen as well there. And somehow we have come out of that basically unscathed there. I think we had a tiny, tiny bit of front wing damage there. But that could have very easily been our race over there if Sebastian Vettel hadn't have been there, you know, to try and straighten up our car once more there. But at the end of lap 4 though, this would be the time when we come in for my one and hopefully only pit stop of this Grand Prix here. Out of the final corner and down towards the finish line here. You see, get the car nicely slowed down there. Quite aggressive under braking there into the pit lane. But these laps are the ones that can decide a Formula 1 World Championships. You think a Formula 1 season is, well, what 4,200 miles long, there or thereabouts, and you know, 3.6 miles like this can ultimately decide your fate in a Formula 1 World Championship here. So we need to push like absolute crazy on this lap. Luckily we do come out in a bit of clean air here behind Lance Stroll, so hopefully now we can try and just push like crazy, as I said here, as we come through turn 1 and towards the end of the lap here. And that is what we've been able to do over the course of this lap, obviously using up quite a lot of the DRS and the rich revs here. Sebastian is in the pit lane now, so it's going to be interesting to see where we come out relative to my teammate here. To come out of the final corner, past the Ferris wheel here, and down towards the start-finish line to start lap 6 of the Japanese Grand Prix. They can see me cycling our way up through the order. And there is Sebastian. We swoop right around the outside as we come through turn 1 there. And that is us back up into a net P2 of the Japanese Grand Prix. They're so critical in this Grand Prix there. And we have now really, really been able to capitalise on that once more here. The undercut really, you know, just being my ace in the hole so often in this season so far there. I'm really, really happy with that one there as we now come through the final couple of corners of lap 6 here to see. So Lance Stroll holding up Lewis Hamilton ever so slightly there. We think about going for a move up the inside through the final chicane, but cannot make it work just yet here. And you can see Lance though actually slows Hamilton down out of the final corner there. We're going to be able to capitalise on this out of the final turn there. But look at that, the Sebastian as well trying to have a little bit of a look there. We have to box him in behind Lewis Hamilton there, and that is us now up into the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix there as we move into lap 7 here. Really, really good start. Well, I say good start, you know, we're already halfway through this Grand Prix here at this point there. You can see there's yellow flags out, and look at that on the timing graphic. Sebastian Vettel is out of the Japanese Grand Prix. He's going very, very slowly through the S section there, and that is Seb out of this race. And I said this track hadn't been good for him in the last couple of years. It effectively, you know, it did almost cost him the 2017 title. Ran out of momentum after that Grand Prix there. He span in 2018, which pretty much put pay to get another World Championship there. And once again, it is going to be another DNF here. We thought the DNFs had really, you know, sort of the engine reliability issues had riddled Seb in the early stages of the season, but, you know, it hasn't been since Baku that he's faced a retirement in this series there. So really, really unfortunate for my teammate there, but an absolute blessing for myself as we move into the final 4 laps of the Japanese Grand Prix there. Seb, he's going to lose, like, hopefully so many points in this race to myself there, and yeah, as I said, just heartbreak for my teammate here. Really not the race that he would have wanted at the end of the day there, but now it's just a case of trying to decide our own fate here as we come through the final couple of corners of lap 9. Then we're going to floor it just as the green flags come out there as late as we possibly can there. And look at Hamilton, he's going to get actually quite a decent run out of the final corner. We play it defensive on him. You can see Bottas there is actually going to be able to have a look to the inside of Lewis Hamilton. The Mercedes is going to be side by side behind me as we come in towards turn 1. We try to do our best defending job, running a little bit deep as we come through turn 2 there, but we do hold on to the race lead for now. We've got Valtteri Bottas here now all over the back, and we're trying to apply the pressure on lap 10 of this Grand Prix, but it wouldn't happen just yet. On to lap 11 we go now, and Bottas still very, very close here. We weren't too worried about him just at here. You can see in towards turn 1, the tremendous run. The Mercedes man is going to be able to get there. He moves up the inside there. We try to go for a bit of a switchback move there, but Bottas completely slams the door shut. Almost runs me off the road there. And that was very much a hearty-mouth moment there, because Bottas, you know, could have quite easily ruined our Grand Prix there as we came through the first couple of corners here. But now we need to try and maintain this pressure and get back past the Mercedes man here as we come in through these next couple of laps here. Lap 11 of lap 13. We don't have too many opportunities to try and go for any sort of move here, so we need to absolutely capitalise any opportunity we can try and gain for ourselves here as we come through the Degners there, and now on towards the back straight once more here. In towards 130R once again here, once again going to be able to have a look up the inside of Valtteri Bottas. Side by side we go there, and we just slam the door shut on the exit there. Don't give him the opportunity in towards the Casio triangle there, and that is us now back up into the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix here. Is Bottas going to be able to get any sort of run? And once again there, we're a little bit more cautious this time around though. We get the car back up into overtake mode there. We're going to move, I think we're going to try and go a little bit defensive there in towards someone there. No, we don't. Bottas actually gets back up the inside there. We hold it right around the outside this time around. Are we going to be able to make this work? Yes, we do. And that is us holding on to the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix. They're absolutely critical here as we move into the final lap. That almost dropped the car into the pit wall though. That could have been a very, very bad moment for ourselves. This time around we go a bit defensive in towards turn 1. They make it very, very clear that Bottas isn't going to be able to make the move work there, but he goes very, very late on the brakes there through turn 1, tries to turn in, but we do hold on to the lead of the Japanese Grand Prix here, and this is absolutely critical here. This could give us a 35-point lead in the Drivers' World Championship, and oh, how brilliant that would be for our season here. Just give myself a little bit of safety as we move into the final 4 rounds of the World Championship here. Through Sector 1 there, it's been nice, clean and cautious here towards the top of the hill there. Through the Degners once more here, now just trying to get the car slowed down nice and tidily here as we come under the bridge there in through Sector 2 there. Sergio Perez is now out of the Grand Prix and rerun deep into the hairpin there. That was not what we needed. That's going to give Bottas a golden opportunity. Side by side, a little bit of contact made on the exit there, and you can see we're going to be going side by side down the hill here in towards Spooner. We're going to play so aggressive on the Mercedes man. A little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there. We swoop right around the outside in through Spoon there. A decisive move right around the outside of my, oh, well, I nearly said of my Mercedes teammate there, but that certainly is not just yet in this series there. But down in towards the final couple of corners, Bottas is going to be able to get a tremendous run. We play it defensive. He's not able to go for any sort of move just yet there, and he gets a horrible run through the final couple of corners there, and in through the Casio triangle one final time in the Japanese Grand Prix there. We have had to defend like absolute crazy, but it is the win here in Japan. There are a 35-point lead in the World Championship. We could not have asked for a better race result than that one there. 4th to 1st at the end of the day there, in the full 25 points in the bag there. Really happy with that one. Just 1/10 of a second over Bottas at the end of that Grand Prix, and it all looked like right towards the end there, like we might not have been able to hold on at the end of the day there. But yeah, full 25 points there at the end of that Grand Prix, with Bottas in P2, Hamilton 3rd with Gasly, Grosjean, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Giovinazzi and Albon rounding out the top 10. Max Verstappen having a very tough day out all the way down in P11 there. But yeah, what a race that was. Really happy with that one, obviously, for myself. And, you know, really, you know, heartbreak for Sebastian Vettel there at the end of the day there. Full 25 points lost out. It's going to be very, very tough for him to try and claw back this gap in towards the final few rounds of this World Championship. But obviously anything can happen. Seb has come from bigger points disadvantages so far to claw it right the way back there. You can see just outside the top 10 was Verstappen, George Russell, Raikkonen, Kubica, Norris, Stroll, Sainz, Kvyat, Perez, and Sebastian Vettel, both not making it through to the end of that Grand Prix there, and heartbreak for Sebastian Vettel there at the end of the day there. But it is good news for Ferrari there. We would be able to take home our first Constructors' World Championship since 2008 there, so really, really happy with that one. Finally able to bring some silverware back to Maranello there, and yeah, really, really happy with that one. And now it's just a case of who will win the Drivers' World Championship. It is now only a 3-horse race between now and the end of the season. There only the 2 Ferraris and Pierre Gasly are within a shot now, so Lewis Hamilton is not going to try and make it world title number 6 here. So yeah, really, really happy with that one. Just narrowing it down, and obviously hopefully after the US Grand Prix next time out, it can just be a Ferrari battle for the world title there. But there we are then, guys. That has been the end of the Japanese Grand Prix. If you guys have enjoyed, make sure you get yourself subscribed for more F1 2018/19 content on the channel, as well as many other plans on the Formula 1 game. But that has been it from me for this one. Hopefully I will see you guys next time out for the US Grand Prix at COTA. That could be a very, very decisive race in this World Championship.